look at upgrading these composite pieces on this Maverick 88 shotgun to some better looking wood pieces, if you ask me. This is just a nice aesthetic upgrade, and honestly, actually, there is a bit of an upgrade. These are parts from numeric.gunparts.com, I believe. And on the Maverick, it comes with basically like a plastic molded one-piece action right here. What we're going to be doing is upgrading to this two-piece design that comes on the Mossberg 500. It fits the 500 and the 590, I believe. So there is a benefit to having a two-piece versus this one-piece. If you ask me, if you damage this piece, you can replace it without replacing your entire action tube, which is nice. First, we're going to tackle the Forend replacement. It's basically, you're going to have to remove all of your guts here, slide your action tube off, and then we're going to slide this new guy on, and that's really all there is to it. So, let's see. First thing, clear it, make sure we're not going to shoot our fingers off. Take our barrel off. Place that aside for now. Once you have your barrel off, your next step is going to be, normally if you don't have one of these guys on there, you're just going to have a pin right here that you have to remove. And you can just take like an Allen key or something and just punch that pin out. But in our case, we have a bolt that came with this shell holder kit. Okay. Place that bolt and washer aside. And what that's going to allow you to do is remove your trigger pack. There you go. Push that aside. Okay, that's going to allow you to see your guts right on the inside here. We have our Defender Tactical Mini Lift Kit installed on this, so we're going to have to take an extra step and remove this guy. Place those guys aside. These pieces look similar, but they are not the same. They can only really go in one way, so don't worry about that. Put those off to the side. Okay. There you go. That guy just slides right out like that. Easy enough. Okay, now the hope is this guy fits and slides right in. Okay. I'm going to pull this guy out just so I can show you. There we go. That guy slides in, and you're going to have to bend these tongs around a little bit. Not bend them, but push them. Right into these channels in here. You got your bolt loose in the bottom. We're going to take this guy. It's got this little tongue right here on the front that goes facing down, and it lines right up with this groove right in here. And you also need to have your action tube tongs pretty close. They're going to line up right in these gaps right here. Okay, there we go. That actually lined up really easily. And you can see that's going to work out just fine. That's awesome. For right now, I'm just going to go ahead and put all the guts back together on this. Okay. There we go. We're going to cut all that nonsense out. Alright, I found out it is helpful. I struggled a little bit for some reason getting my trigger pack back in, but what helped was I slid the action all the way back and then it just popped right into place. So that's cool. Try not to struggle like that again. Alright, now that our trigger pack is back in place, we're going to put what would normally be our pin back in, but we have this bolt. That hopefully will slide in, maybe a little. There we go. Okay, cool. Now our guts are reinstalled. We can go ahead and do the delicate part. Not really that delicate, but slide our wood piece on there. And the very important part, you got to make sure if you're going to order all this stuff, you have to make sure you get your action tube nut. They are expensive. They're like 20 bucks for this little piece, but do that. They're threaded right on the inside there. So you got to kind of just line this all up. Slide it in there. The threads are very fine, so make sure do not cross thread it. There we go. You're gonna feel it when it starts, and it's gonna just go nice and smooth. If you start threading it and it gets hard right away, just stop, go back off. Don't force it. I'm realizing right now that there is probably a tool based on these notches and this nut. There's probably a tool to get on there, like a spanner wrench of some sort, and really tighten this. I do not have one of those, so I'm going to use my fingers. And I will figure out how to tighten that later, but I would advise looking into maybe getting a tool for that. Ouch. Ouch. All right. That is a problem. Unfortunately, this is contacting this guy right here, my shell holder. It's not allowing me to go back with the action all the way, so it's not going to be able to load the shells. So that's something to be aware of. We'll just leave that on there like that for now, deal with that later, and get the stock on. Now for the stock replacement, this is pretty easy. There are just a couple of screws in here. First step is you gotta loosen those. Inside there. There you go. You can see that looks like a 13 mil nut, or there is a flathead screwdriver bit available as well. Once you have this guy loose, I suggest just laying it down, take it the rest of the way out. There you go. And grab our new stock. Okay. That'll work. This did not come with a new bolt in there, so we're gonna transfer the bolt. you'll notice you have kind of like a half moon here. Just gotta line it up with the body of the shotgun. Pretty basic stuff. Alright, I am wildly unprepared for this video, but what we're gonna have to do, I have my socket down here, extension, and then I'm just kind of cramming this flathead in here for the time being to tighten it. Love not having tools at home. So we're just gonna line this up. That worked out okay. And our last point of business is gonna be putting this screw back in. Don't tighten it too much. Just thread it into wood. You don't want to strip that guy out. So the issue that I run into installing this wood furniture upgrade on this Maverick 88 is that when you go to slide this all the way back, it's contacting my shell holder here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this shell holder and cut the back of it out, just the very bottom part, so that it's still functional. You can still mount it up on the shotgun, but it's not going to contact the action slide. So I think I'm going to take this guy off, I'm going to mark it, and just cut the back of it off. Just a little bit. We'll see how that works out. This is a cheap piece, so I'm not really worried if I screw this up, but I really don't want to cut into my wood here. So let's do that. Note that this guy does move a little bit, so we want to twist it to like the most angle that you might ever rack it at, and then mark just a little bit above that, so that you don't have to worry about it contacting at all. And I'm probably gonna cut about that much out of it. That's maybe 3/4 of an inch. Take that out now. Okay. Hands off. I can see where it's gonna take. But right there, just go. Trim that guy out a little bit. I think that there's enough plate here that I'm not worried about any kind of structural issue or anything like that. All right, here we go. We got our cutoff wheel. Safety glass is very important. We're gonna cut this guy out, make a little notch right there so that our action slide can come all the way back. Probably the safest way to do this is put it in a vise, but I only have a vise inside my house because that makes sense. I think that that's probably big enough, but I want to take this little plastic part out as well. I'm going to go ahead and just like take off the sharp edges that cutting created so that we don't scratch up our shotgun body or anything like that. Alright, it's not the prettiest, but it feels pretty good. There's no sharp edges on it, and that might just give us the clearance for our action to go all the way back. I went and test fitted this on the shotgun. You do not have to cut much off at all. It'd be fine probably if you cut just to right there. And then just kind of round off these edges here. So I'm gonna sand this down, and we're gonna paint this black just so that these shiny edges don't show, and then we'll put it back on. Right. think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna let this dry. We got our modification of this shell holder done so that our slide can come back all the way. We'll just go ahead and reinstall this guy and hope for the best. Okay, let's see. Yep, perfect. As you can maybe hopefully see, didn't quite have to cut so much off right there, but I mean it's plenty of clearance. All you really have to do is trim the very bottom off. There you go. Little unexpected turn having to chop that guy, and it doesn't, like, I'm not terribly pleased with having a little gap right there, but it's better than the alternative, which would have been cutting this wood off. Certainly don't want to do that. I think this thing looks awesome the way it is. It's a humongous upgrade visually. The shield looks awesome, which we put on the last video. This wood furniture looks incredible. And we were able to keep our shell holder on there, which is preferable. I like the look of that thing a lot. Which, with these minis, I think that is an awesome looking shotgun. Cool. Thanks for watching.